Don Robertson calls time on an impressive afternoon for the champions. 4 goals, 2 in the first half, 2 in the second half, as Kyogo and Luis Palma might immediately head up the tunnel, perhaps just to get some treatment, but the scoring got underway from the man of the match, Rio Hatate, on 16 minutes, a low drive beyond McCrory. Liam Scales with a header from an O'Reilly corner, made it 2-0 in the second half. Nicholas Kuhn scored just before the hour mark, with the aid of a deflection, the ball spinning over McCrory's head before Anthony Ralston followed up with goal number 4 in added time. And truth be told, Celtic dominant in terms of possession, the way they played the game, and of course the 4 goals without reply that puts us top of the table.
Absolutely, this is a perfect start in the respect of that. I thought the boys went about their business properly, you know, as you expect anyway. With and without the ball, I thought they were outstanding, and that's all Brendan and look for. Hopefully no injuries and a clean sheet, as you say, is a perfect day in Kasper Schmeichel's game. You'll be glad to get this one out of the way, even though it's all the experience he's had. You'll be glad to get the first one here at Celtic Park out the road, and now we kick on. All the hullabaloo, but flags going up, whatever's finished now. You've got to put the working jacket on. You've got to continue with these performances, and as I say, they've been outstanding. I think we've got to give a special mention also to James Forrest. I thought he was brilliant throughout the game. And for a man at his age, with people talking about last year, his career was finished. He showed he's got the energy, so it shows he's worked really, really hard throughout the season to keep himself fit. And his performances have earned him a starting position in the team. And as you say, after nearly 500 games, that is incredible.
Well, it certainly is. It's been so many positives this afternoon. The Celtic players, Kasper Schmeichel, must have enjoyed his debut, his first appearance as a Celtic player at Paradise. He gets his first clean sheet, I'm sure the first of many, and Brendan Rodgers gets another 3 points to start the season. A long campaign, the 3 domestic trophies up for grabs. We won 2 of them last season. The aim is to win all 3 this season, and we're off to the best possible start. Began by that man, Rio Hatate, with a goal early on. So Celtic, and I think it's not only just the goals, Peter, it's the fact that the football was really enjoyable as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, just good players, know what they're doing, and as you say, summed up probably with the one that Kyogo plays to Nicholas Kuhn. We know we get a deflection at the end of it, but the actual play, the general play, the quickness of the play, and there was a great bit of movement. The one that Kyogo missed was the ball from Kasper Schmeichel out, and then it ends up at Hatate. All of a sudden they've got an opportunity in goal, so they've mixed up, they've played passes throughout the back, and then they've went forward quickly, maybe created a chance after 3 or 4 passes. And I think that's the big difference when you're playing here, because everybody comes to stop you playing here, so the quicker you can get at the opposition, the better. And I think Brendan will be delighted the way they've continued on the form that they've shown in pre-season.
Well, we just saw one lucky young fan getting Kasper Schmeichel's gloves, so a nice souvenir for him on a great day for Celtic. So Celtic with those 4 goals without reply. St Mirren won 3-0 earlier on, so they were briefly top of the table, but of course it's normal service renewed. Celtic top of the table after the first game of the season. I'm sure they'll be there come game 38, but this afternoon very enjoyable. We shall now go to a very wet track site to Jerry and Simons. We finish here at Celtic Park. Celtic 4, Kilmarnock 0.
Yeah, the rain will not be dampening anyone's spirits here. Rio Hatate's smile sums up how all Celtic players and fans are feeling after a very comfortable start to the season. Well, they did show pre-season the form and the sharpness, and they continued that into the Flag Day opener. Clinical from the first minute to the last. Kasper Schmeichel getting a clean sheet on his Celtic Park debut. In all honesty, he had pretty much next to nothing to do besides one save in the first half. Matt O'Reilly was in his usual form in the middle of the park, conducting things alongside Callum McGregor and Rio Hatate. And well done if you had Liam Scales and Anthony Ralston on your coupon today. I'm not sure how many games in the past they have scored in the same game for Celtic, but they will be absolutely delighted at getting on the score sheets this afternoon. 2-0 at half-time, 4-0 at full-time, and a clean sheet. Doesn't really get much better than that. There's your stats that show just how dominant Celtic were. Simon, 82% possession really just tells the whole full story, doesn't it?
Yeah, very comfortable from start to finish, but that can only be the case if the players go about their business in the right way, and that's what they did from the first minute today. Jerry, very professional performance, took the game to Kilmarnock, took the 2 chances in the first half when they came about. Some nice free-flowing football round about the box in really tight areas to work in, but they opened Kilmarnock up a couple of times in that first half, and then the Kuhn goal really sealed it in the second half.
Yeah.
Lovely bit of play, albeit it was a deflection, but it was good play in the build-up to the goal.
You just wonder what the other teams in Scotland might be thinking now, the ones that are particularly thinking of challenging Celtic for the Championship. If Celtic are starting this season, and bear in mind Brendan Rodgers wants to add to the quality of his squad as well, if they're starting like this with the players in this kind of mood, where can they go?
Well, I think they can go and win the treble again. That's the objective. I think the manager said that himself. But they look very strong today. They've got a strong bench there, and we touched on it at the top of the show. I'm sure there'll be new faces coming in as well to make it even stronger. But they've really taken their form from pre-season. These games against the likes of Chelsea and Man City, where they were scoring free-flowing football, they've taken that into today. There's an understanding there. Guys like Kuhn have been around about the training pitch a lot longer now, getting to know his teammates from last season.
I think that's the key word, understanding, and it seems to be that there is an understanding by every player on the pitch that they know exactly how the manager wants them to play football.
Well, that's right, because some of them have come in midway through last season as well, and the size of the club, sometimes it takes a little bit of time to settle in. There's other ones that will hit the ground running, like the Japanese boys seem to do when they first came. There's other ones that might take a little bit of time, building up relationships on the training pitch, working under a new manager. But it seems to be working at the moment, because they've strolled that today 4-0.
Yeah, and they just weren't predictable, the way they mixed things up as well. Sometimes going for the short passes, sometimes we saw with Kyogo, Matt O'Reilly, Greg Taylor pinging long balls as well. They're just mixing it up, playing with confidence.
They're mixing it up nicely, and I think that's maybe something that the manager's trying to encourage. Don't just be one-dimensional, and there was bits of their play today, playing things around the corner, trying to bump it off each other, and at other times like lifting it, even the one at the end there, the free kick, lift it over the defence, just varying their play up.
Continue form like that, there isn't a team in Scotland can beat us.
No, just continue and get better. Strive to get better. As I say, there's players there. Bernardo's signed now. He'll feature in the coming weeks, and I think the boys will go from strength to strength. As I say, I think there might be some new personnel before the end of August, and the team just go from strength to strength. It's good to watch just now. Plenty of goals.
Yeah, it is indeed. We are getting very wet here at Celtic Park. When we do get the manager's interview, we will bring it to you on Celtic TV on the website, so make sure you log on for that. The manager currently in the dressing room with the players. What an afternoon. What a first game of the season then for Celtic. Another 4 goals. We're getting quite used to this, aren't we? From everyone here at Celtic TV, bye for now.
Billy McNeil takes the European Cup for Celtic.
Celtic have won the double. Absolutely incredible.
That is sensational. It's a title for Celtic.
Celtic! Unbelievable!
Celtic have done it. They always seem to do it.
It's official. You can see it before your eyes.
Celtic, we know our history. We make history.